Hello, Cavern Connoisseurs. This is Crimson, and you are looking at Spelunky. Now, this is an indie platformer made by Mossmouth, the publisher, studios, whatever you want to call them. And if I were to describe this game in a word, I'd say difficult. But really, you could consider it similar to The Binding of Isaac. Or you might call it The Binding of Indiana Jones. So this game has some fun multiplayer aspects to it. And of course, you have a selection of characters to choose from that you get to unlock by progressing through the game. You get to find them in lovely little coffins. Well, let's go with the main character. This game was released on August 8th of 2013, and, well, it finally made its return back to PC, where it first got its start as Spelunky Classic. This game's been on Xbox Live Marketplace for quite a while, and has a bunch of neat aspects to it. It has a nice tutorial that you can do over again, and you have shortcuts over here you unlock by getting into the game, but let's get right into the game and show you what this game is about. So this game is almost completely roguelike with random generated enemies and random generated items that you can pick up and find, but otherwise you just have to go through the mines and just try to get as far down as you can. You'll be progressing through different types of tile sets and enemies as you get further down, and facing all kinds of new threats and treasures. While there are similar procedural generations for each floor, like every floor having a damsel, which can be changed in your options. This is my damsel right now. It's a dog. Hello, dog. Come with me. You do want to try to collect some of these gems to build up money, so you can use that at the shops later, or perhaps you're going to have to give it to the tunnel man to allow him to dig you some shortcuts. Otherwise, you're just trying to get down to the exit, which is usually somewhere on the bottom, which is pretty simple in the first two at least levels, but it can get pretty complicated. And so this is the exit. What you're looking for looks like. Let's get in. And the damsel will go in as soon as it's alive and near it. Without your help, it'll give you a health up for bringing it there. And you can check your time, how much money you got, and it'd have a list of kills. As this happened before, you can just hit A to skip right through it. If you so desire, don't want to get kissed, watch yourself get kissed by a maiden. Now every floor has traps in addition to enemies, like this right here is an arrow trap. When it sees something in front of it, it will fire out its arrow. That does some damage. It can hurt quite a bit, or it can be useful in hitting enemies. It can be pretty tricky. Alright, here we have a shop. So, ow. By the way, spiders can be in these vases, and snakes. Okay. Alright, I wasn't expecting that one. But you can walk over these items and hit a rebindable key to purchase them. I don't want bombs, eggs that much, but let's buy the mystery box. Oh. You can hit yourself with mystery boxes, by the way. Ooh, spring shoes. So now I can jump just a little bit higher. I can jump one block higher. So there are lots of hazards in this game, as you can tell from the spiders and snakes, and I hit my damsel. Mansoul, we like to call him. Mansoul to damsel. Dog doesn't have a name. We need a name for that pug. Okay, so there's a little rule of thumb about following these little gaps, is that you can fall about the entirety of a screen. There is a few things you can do to reduce that damage, like getting a parachute or a cape. But otherwise, you just gotta kind of wing it. So let's get on to our next floor. So again, there's fall damage. The enemies will try to hit you. If you rob a shopkeeper, they'll try to murder you, probably successfully. They are quite scary. And well, there's traps. These spikes that are instant death, but you can run through them. You just can't jump on them from above. There's a trap over there, so I can't go that way without something to throw. Set off the trap. A bunch of spiders on the ceiling that are going to drop down when I go underneath them. Don't want to end up falling off the edge and onto the spikes like that. So you can die very abruptly. You can. And it'll likely happen a lot. Don't feel bad, this game takes quite some time, so if you check your journal, you'll get updates towards each time you enter a new area, each time you kill or are killed by a new enemy. And then every time you see a new item, you'll have a chance at getting a description of what it does. And of course, lots of traps too. Okay, now, there are quite a few places that you can go to in addition to a few of these, but let's show you some of the areas with the shortcuts I've unlocked so far, thanks to Tunnel Man here. So this is the jungle. After going through 3 areas of the mines, you get to head into this area. And for your first 3 times through the mines and into the jungle, the Tunnel Man will require you to give him either bombs, ropes, or money in order to unlock this little shortcut that lets you get here without having to go through the caves every time. And in case you were wanting to make a video. So you can collect these gold head statues if you like to get some more money at the end of the level. You do have to get them all the way into the end of the level to get the credit for them. Which can be a bit difficult. As you can see in this one, it doesn't have the arrow traps anymore, it has these tiki traps, which are quite deadly. They aren't insta-kills, like, the impaling spikes. They only do 4 damage, which can kill you. So, again, with your object being to get down there. No? There we go. So that's an exploding proc. You hit him and he explodes. Being to get to the very end and defeat some bosses. The shortcuts can be very useful. Your score doesn't get calculated when you are using the shortcuts though, and also, important thing to note is that you won't get access to as many items from the shops if you take the shortcuts, if that's something you want to do. You also could be at less health because you won't be getting as many damsels. Of course, that is, it is 1 damsel per floor. You may have to go through some hoops to find it though, if you really want, and then you should be getting at least 1 shop per floor after the second. There are a few cases around that one, but again, after the second stage of a particular level, you should be able to find your shops. Then there are, of course, altars which you can sacrifice unconscious people to. There's my damsel. And ones that carry gold statues to bring in for some money. I think I skipped over that last one too fast. Well, whatever. Ow, bat. Ow, whoop. And that's dying in the jungle. Abruptly. So, now let's show you the 3rd ice cave. Hopefully I won't get past it. Don't wanna go showing you too much and spoiling too much of it for you. But this game, well, has a random generation. If you can't tell, every time you enter a level, it gets randomly generated before you, and has several levels to explore, complete with explosions. Let's try that one again, setting it very far. So yeah, explosions. This is an ice cave full of aliens, mammoths, yetis, mines. Has lovely little fleshy ball slowers, whatever you want to call them. Now this particular stage, is a bit tricky in that it has no floor. So you can literally just fall entirely out of the level, unlike the previous 2. So you gotta be a bit careful. Also has giant snow mammoths that can kill you pretty easily. But we'll use him to help us get to the next stage. Now in order to unlock the shortcut here, every time you unlock a new shortcut, he wants a higher amount of bombs or ropes, or can even want items from you in order to unlock shortcuts for you. I'll tell you what he wanted to unlock the ice cave shortcut was a shotgun after having 3 bombs and ropes. Oop. So those yetis can't get whipped. Be careful for that. Ow. Well, the UFOs like to shoot at you. I can make that fall. And there's my exit. Alright, so we're just gonna rush in. You do go immune to damage as soon as you hit your button to enter. Don't need to see that screen every time. You want to see how much money you got? You can. Okay, I'm not getting any random variations here, which is nice. I'm trying to make a video. And you can have all kinds of fun variations, like alien spaceships everywhere, or a bunch of explosives. There's all kinds of fun things. Whoop! Ow. And that's dying to a skeleton. So, again, the game has random generation. Every time you enter a level, it'll be a different one. All that is the same is the tile set, the enemies, the traps. You'll always have your damsel to find. Then you'll get to keep your money. And you'll get to keep your items as you progress down floors, although I haven't gotten to show off many of them to you. But otherwise, that's Spelunky. Running through caves and dying. A lot. I'm gonna take this arrow with me to the next level. Spider's gonna hit me because he's a jerk twice, even. Whatever. Whatever. I'd like to show a few items if I could manage them. At least before I end this video. But you know what? Well, one thing you want to be careful about now is the angle of which you throw items. Okay. So, items that can be purchased here, which I'm not going to be able to purchase since I don't have any gold. We'll do things like show you where your exit is. We're gonna get some. Well, or we're gonna die. So if you try to attack or rob the shopkeeper, he will slap you around and shoot you. He's a tough guy. Shopkeepers. So beware of them. Probably the thing that will kill you the most in your long time you'll be spending in Spelunky. But if you do manage to rob them, here we go. You'll end up with a lot of nice things, and if you ever see a jetpack in there, you're probably going to want to rob them. So what these climbing gloves do is they allow me to stick to walls like they were an edge. I can just grab them as much as I want. There we go. So these crates here always contain an item, whether it be a bomb or a rope, or could be a camera. Now there was a set of 3 bombs for me. So you may want to try nabbing those when you go through. Let's get our kiss from Mansell here. Thanks Mansell. That was lovely. Now you can get all kinds of things to help you in your adventures through the caves, mines, jungles, ruins, temples, all kinds of crazy things. Spaceships, beehives, you name it. There's all sorts of crazy things. Guns, more bombs. Let's see if we can get that. Yep. So every time you kill a giant spider, he will drop paste for you. Turns your bombs into sticky bombs. There's chests like that one that are locked, which will give you the talisman, which will highlight all the gems in the walls for you and show you where the black market entrance is. So you can pick up the shotgun without purchasing it, and he'll follow you out of the store if you try to steal it from him, and then you can shoot him with it. Or apparently you can't shoot him with it. Not sure how that happened, but I'm a little upset about that. Be a bit careful when you're trying to assassinate your shopkeepers. Apparently, sometimes when you shoot them, they don't die. That's fine. I didn't want to show off the climbing gloves and the rest of those items anyway. So there's a bit of a learning curve in just the muscle memory and reactions that this game requires, because it requires a lot of speed. Oh, just a normal damsel. And then there's learning all the items, what the enemies do, which can be quite tricky. And there's getting used to the layouts of each floor, of which you could see that there is quite a lot of. But the items, well, there's a lot of them. I'll leave it at that. There's ones like the spiked boots that they give you quite early that don't do a whole lot. They increase your grip on ice, which in the mines has no real use. But can be quite useful later. Here we go. So this is a sacrifice altar. If I wanted to sacrifice my damsel, or anyone really who could get dizzy stars above his head, I could do that. We're not going to sacrifice him because he's a jerk. We're just going to boomerang his ass to death. Or get killed by him because he slaps us around like that and freezes us and shatters us. So because my boomerang came back to me before I would have liked it to, I wasn't able to pick it up again. Like I thought I was going to be able to. Should have walked a bit further away before trying to murderize him. Rocks can hit you on the way back. Where's my damn... Oh, whatever. Let's just try to get to a cave transition before too much time has passed. You don't have anything I can hit you with, so I'm not even gonna try. I'm not even gonna bother. Oop, ow. One thing to remember is that these little one gaps here, you can run over them, where you can't walk over them. Although, really, you should be spending most of your time running anyway. There's no real acceleration or gravity to worry about, although everything is pretty quick, and you can immediately increase your airspeed by hitting the run button mid-air. Good thing to know, in case you're making a jump and having a little trouble. Normal gray chests don't require much to open, you just smack them. You can carry them around and hit stuff with them, if you so desire, but that's usually what damsels are for. Whoop, damsel, you good? One of the handiest things about damsels, other than giving you that health, and being a handy projectile, that you can get stuck in web. Oh, damsel. Oh, mansel. Getting stuck in web. Is that they can take traps for you, like, well, I was going to demonstrate it here, but I guess I won't get to. But the arrow traps usually do 2 damage, and the damsel can take 4, I believe, so it can take that hit for you, and still be alive, and ready to take the next floor. And of course there's those hidden pockets that have the shopkeeper type guarding for you, guarding against you. That usually only have things like... oh, that already went off. That usually have just gems in them. So they're usually not too worth it to try to get to unless you're doing the daily challenge. But it adds a lot of longevity to this game. Oh, let's sacrifice this damsel here. So Kali gave me a cape, whee, which will slow my fall if I so desire. Also, if I don't desire, I can fall normally. This also helps you against these spikes. Yep. You can also use enemies to slow your fall, or, you know what, I'm just going to go there. To slow your fall, or so you don't take any fall damage, and use them to increase your trajectory, make you go faster by jumping on their heads. Spiders are particularly useful for that one. This spider, though, he's just... oh. Well, that bomb went higher than I wanted to, but we're just going to bounce off it. Wow. You know what, spider? You don't need to be a jerk like this. You can just die from being Mario stomped. Oh, jump! I dare you. Oh, no! Don't jump like that. Yep, I'll get you. There we go. So you can Mario stomp most enemies. Some, like the man-eater plants, won't be Mario stompable. Here we go. Machete! There we go. This is really good at killing you shopkeepers. Alright. So, let's get him out of here. Get out of here, shopkeeper. Yeah, good shot. Oh, no, web gun. That's fantastic. Everyone loves the web gun. Okay, so, now we have a shotgun. And, a cape. And a bat. Being a jerk. Bat, you get shot. So you want to be careful when using your shotguns. Every shopkeeper does have one. But they do knock you back when you fire them. And they can be a bit of a hassle to drag around. So here we have our caves, mines to jungle tradition. Mines to jungle transition, not caves. Caves are different. Nice caves. That is. What have you got for me, Crate? Yes, a parachute, but I have the cape. Fantastic. Fantastic. Okay. I could bring my maiden with me and throw her, but I'm just trying to get through here. So those are the man-eaters that you don't want to jump on. Those are the bomb frogs. And there's a beehive. Fantastic. Now, you do need a weapon to get through a beehive. Well, you don't need it, but... ow, 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 I'm dead. But the big bees can't be killed by stomping on their heads like the small bees. So, you're gonna need to whip them a lot. Okay, so this is Spelunky, a roguelike game. Pretty cheap. You can get on good old games or Steam. I'll put the links in the description below. So, I'll end this video. Thank you so much for watching. And my hat is off to you.